Welcome to Look Learn Lead. Kindly subscribe and press the bell button for updates. Hello friends, in this video we will discuss about the changed new pattern of SBI Junior Associate, that is SBI Clerk examination, and we would also see a 30-day study plan with a strategy for the exam. So let's see what are the sections and what are the changes in those sections. Okay, so earlier also we had reasoning, okay, quant and English. These sections are same. There is no change in the sections. Okay, and marks are also same. Marks, reasoning was of 35 marks, it is also same. Quant was of 35 marks, it was also same, it is 30. This is also same. Okay, so what has changed is the time. So here we have to attend 35 questions in 20 minutes, and here 20 minutes, and here 20 minutes. So total 60 minutes. Earlier what was there? There was no sectional time, but in the new pattern there is a sectional time. There is a sectional time. Okay, so earlier in the earlier pattern, last year also in the earlier pattern, you must have heard someone has attempted 27 in reasoning and 28 in quant. Okay, so now this time this is a mere impossible case. That is, we have just 20 minutes, and out of these 20 minutes you cannot attempt all 35 questions. Okay, so there would be some limit on every section. Someone might be strong in reasoning, so he would attempt more question in reasoning and less in quant. It was earlier, but now you have to be thorough in all the sections because there is a sectional time limit of 20 minutes for each section. Okay, so it is a new pattern, it is a change in the new pattern. There is no sectional cutoff also, there is not there. There would be only overall cutoff. Okay, and there is a sectional time limit for each section. Okay, so after analyzing the questions and the papers, I have made some rough conclusion of the important topics. Let's discuss what are those topics. Let's talk about reasoning first. Okay, in reasoning, the first important topic which we would talk about is syllogism. Okay, syllogism is very important. And the second topic is inequalities. It may be simple or coded inequalities. It may be in the form of coded inequalities, or it may be simple statement. Okay, coded inequalities. And the third which always come is blood relation. You have to this is blood relation would also be there. And another is direction sense. We would see how to plan and how to study all these. Next is miscellaneous. In miscellaneous, there would be statement assumptions, all would be there. The topics which we left would be there in miscellaneous. Coding, decoding would be there. Okay, and the next is puzzle. Puzzle is a must. It is always there. Okay, so let's see how. If syllogism is there, so it would be of 5 marks. So it is easy. You should always attempt it first. Everyone would be attempting syllogism because we have practiced it. Out of 5, 4 you can easily attempt, 1 may be tough. Okay, inequalities, if it is there, it would be of 5 marks. Okay, if inequalities is not there, then in place of inequalities, coding, decoding would be there of 5 marks. Okay, in place of inequalities, coding, decoding would be there of 5 marks. Okay, blood relation would be there. Blood relation and direction sense, they both would be of 2 to 3 marks. 2 or 3 marks of blood relation and direction sense. Okay, that both would be total of 5 marks. Okay, and miscellaneous would be of 2 to 3 marks. Okay, and there can be 4 puzzles or 3 puzzles. So minimum 15 marks would be of puzzles. Minimum 15. So it can be around 15 to 20. So these are the important topics of reasoning. So in this case, you should always try to attempt minimum 2 puzzles. 2 puzzles. Okay, if you attempt 2 puzzles, then you have 10 marks fixed. Because it is a sectional, we have sectional time limit of 20 minutes. Okay, so you should try to attempt 2 puzzles and you should never miss syllogism. So we have 10 marks from puzzles, okay, 5 marks from syllogisms, okay, and 5 marks from coded inequalities. Okay, and the bread relation and direction sense you should never miss. The both would constitute around 5 marks. So total you would be sure about 25 marks, but what matters is the speed. Syllogism, if you have syllogism, and inequalities, if you have command on it, you can solve these 10 marks question in 8 minutes. If you have command, then okay. And for solving the puzzle, you can take 12 minutes. 12 minutes around for solving the puzzle. For both puzzles you can take 12 minutes, and the remaining time, this is 12 and 8 and this is 20 minutes, it's there only. So if you are not, so you would be getting around 15 marks, 20 marks if you are average in speed. If you are good in solving puzzles, so you can minimize it for around 8 minutes. If you are good in solving it, then you can utilize this time in solving this. That is direction bread relation. So you should always try to attempt around 20. 20 is a good attempt. Attempting 20 is a very good attempt. If you have attempted more than 20, it is very good. 17 to 20. Try to attempt 17 to 20 in reasoning. Okay. Let's move on to the next section, that is the quant. In quant, we have simplification, approximation, simplification and approximation. Okay, and it is very important thing in quant. And we have a number series. I'll write it as number series. There would be around 5 questions of simplification, 5 number series questions. Okay, and quadratic equation. Actually, quadratic equation is PO level, but it can be asked in clerk. If it is asked, it would be of 5 marks, and there would be a DI. Okay, there can be 1 DI. If there is 1, it would be a 5 marks. If there is 2, it is well and good. It ranges from 5 to 10 marks. And miscellaneous, you should not miss it. Miscellaneous, it can be either of 15, okay, or 10. It ranges from 15 to 10, depends on the DI, how it is. Okay, now see, it is if you solve these approximations and number series in 12 minutes, so you would get around 10 questions in 12 minutes. Okay, quadratic equation would be easy. You can solve this, or you can go one easy DI. Out of the DI, one DI would be always easy. So you should try to solve that DI and try to figure out which DI is easy, and you have to try to solve out. How to figure out? Figure out the DI which has small figures, because it is small numbers, because it is easy to solve. Okay, now next is English. Okay, in English, first is article. Article means you can say passage. Okay, and the second is close test. So never miss a passage, because if you understand the theme of the passage, if you understood the passage correctly, so you can score around 7 out of 10. It is very easy to score. Okay, and second is close test. Third is double fillers. Okay, error, finding error, there would be error in some statement, and jumble sentences. Okay, so in English, okay, see, in English you should never miss the passage. Error would be of 10 marks. Okay, so you should never miss the passage, and you should never miss this error portion, because out of 10 you can easily figure out 6. Okay, so here also out of 10 you can easily figure out 7. Okay, and if you are good at article, if you are good at passage reading, if you are good at reading and understanding the passage, so close test would be very easy for you. So you should concentrate on passage, close test, okay, and errors. Okay, so in this way you can score more in English. So now let's move on to the plan. Okay, I have divided the 30-day in 6 parts, that is pair of 5, and per day you have to give around 8 to 10 hours per day. So then only you can excel. Okay, so let's see what. For quant I have allotted 3 hours per day. For reasoning 3 hours per day. For English it is 2 hours. You can make it 1 hour also. You can make it 1 hour also, and 1 hour you can utilize in solving mock tests. Okay, and now let's see. For the first 5 days, concentrate on the important topics in quants. What are the important topics? That is simplification, approximation, simplification, approximation. Solve as many questions as you can. Try some short tricks. I have uploaded some videos for short tricks also. Try some short tricks. Master at those short tricks, because if you use a trick again and again, you would be able to use it properly. Okay, so first 5 days concentrate on simplification, approximation, number series. Okay, these all things it would come in practice. Okay, out of 5 number series you can easily solve 4, and ratio proportion. This is for first 5 days. Ratio proportion. Okay, try solving the sectional questions. That is, so only solve the questions of simplification, approximation for 1 hour. First 1 hour for this, second 1 hour for this, and third 1 hour for this. So you give 3 hours daily, 1 hour daily for 5 days for each of these. Okay, for reasoning, let it be inequality, syllogism, okay, and direction. Okay, this is also 1 hour each daily for 5 hours. We have 3 hours allocated, so 1 hour each daily for 5 hours. Okay, in English you read 1 article daily. 1 article daily. You should read the article daily. So article is everywhere. You should read 1 article daily for all 30 days. Okay, and practice questions based on reading comprehension. Okay, and cloze test. Okay, if you read 1 article and you practice the cloze test, it would take around 1 hour. It would take on 1 hour. And the remaining 1 hour for first 5 days, these days, you have to write 1 mock test daily. 1 mock test. For all 5 days, you have to write 1 mock test daily, and keep a record of your score. Okay, keep a record of your score of the first day, for the second day, to see where you are lagging, how you are improving. Okay, keep the record of the score you have scored in each section, so that you can have a check on yourself. Okay, now come on to the 6th to 10th day. In 6th to 10th day, quant you should concentrate on percentage, averages, percentage, and profit and loss. Okay, actually let me tell you, percentage you have to give 1 hour for this, 1 hour for all of these. Actually profit and loss and percentage, they would be somewhat interrelated. That is, if you are good at percentage, you can easily solve questions based on profit and loss. Okay, so these 3 topics you would be studying for next 5 days, that is from day 6 to 10 in this 1 hour each day, 1 hour for every subject, or for all 5 days. Okay, now for reasoning, we would be having blood relation. It is very important because 3 question is always there from this. Order and ranking. Okay, I'll write it as order ranking only. And alphanumeric series. Okay, see these 2 also. For blood relation, order ranking, and alphanumeric series, you have to give 3 hours, 1 hour for each. Why do we have to practice alphanumeric only? Because when we practice, try to practice it online. Okay, because when you practice it having written it on a notebook, then it would be very easy for you, because you can use a pen to mark it, and you use a pen to count it. But so always try to solve alphanumeric series on a system, on online exams. Okay, or try to put this question on your system and solve it. Okay, so it would be very easy for you during the exam to solve it. Okay, same in English, you have to read an article, you can do some questions for error and sentence improvement. Okay, sentence improvement. And you have to write one mock test daily. One mock test daily. 1 hour mock test, one mock test daily. So see, total we have written 5 tests over here for 5 days, 5 tests over here for 5 days. You should see the improvement. You should yourself, you should feel that you have improved from a mock test. And you should note that the previous topics which you have already studied, that is inequality, syllogism, direction, simplification, approximation, number series and ratio proportion, you should not do any question wrong in those topics. Okay. Next, move on to next 5 days, that is from 11 to 15. In 11 to 15, in quant you will be focusing on simple interest, compound interest, time and speed. These all are easy topics. So we would be time and speed and time and distance. Sorry, time and distance. These are our easy topics. Okay, so you have to, these also you have to give 3 hours only. Even if the topic is easy, you have to give the full time to the topic. That only you would master on that topic. Okay, so we had a easy topic in quant, so we would be having some tricky topics in reasoning. So here we would be going over with seating arrangement and puzzles. For 5 days you would be solving only seating arrangement questions for 3 hours. Seating arrangement and puzzles. Seating arrangement and puzzles questions for 3 hours. So if you practice for 3 hours per day, that is in 3 hours if you are practicing around 10 questions for both, then also you would improve your speed and you can know the type of question that is easy. So you can you can filter out the puzzles or you can filter out the seating arrangement, but you don't have to attend. Okay, that is what experience tells us. Okay, and here 1 article daily, this is a must. Okay, and here you can again practice cloze test. Okay, and 1 mock test daily. So we have 5 mock tests, total of 15. You should always take care of a report card. The score which you scored in first 5 days, the score which you scored in second 5 days, the score which you are scoring in the 11 to 15 day. It should improve. You should improve. You should make a note on yourself only. Okay, let's move to the another. In this we would be having quadratic equations. This is also a very easy topic, and tabular DI. Okay, for 5 days you will be, because tabular DI is a DI which is most common and it always comes. So you should be concentrating 5 days on tabular DI, quadratic equation. Here you can minimize your time from 3 hours to 2 hours. Okay, so you would say 1 hour over here. In reasoning you would be having coding, decoding and machine input output. Machine input output, these are somewhat interrelated topics, so you would be concentrating on this. Here also you can reduce your time by 1 hour. So you have said 1 hour here, you have said 1 hour here. English you have already you must have already done. 1 article daily is must. It is 1 article daily is must. And from now, from the 16th day, you would be attending 2 mock tests daily. 2 mock tests daily. So here there would be 10 mock tests. Okay, keeping a note on your report card, you should improve from your previous tests. Okay, now for the 21st to 25th day, for you would only practice DI and nothing else. Only practice DI. In DI you should go through line, pi and bar. Line, pi and bar, and side by side for half an hour daily. For half an hour daily, you should see the problems for probability and permutation, combination and probability. Okay, this is for half an hour. So for daily 2.5 hours you would be going through the DI, and for half an hour you would be seeing probability and permutation combinations. Okay, and here you are free now. You should practice. Here from this in these 3 hours you would have 2 mock tests. Okay, in every mock test concentrate on English section, because you haven't we have just read an article for English, because English it comes with practice, so you can't sorry, you cannot easily master in 30 days. So for every mock test, after solving the test also go through the English question in that. So in this you can solve 2 mock tests. In this period you can solve 1 mock test. Okay, so 1 we were already solving. So now there would be 4 mock tests for these 5 days. So these would be 20 mock tests. Okay, in the last 5 days we would be only concentrating on mock tests only. Mock tests only. We would be concentrating on mock tests only. Okay, so you would be solving 5 mock tests daily. 5 mock tests daily. So it would be 25. So by the 30th day and by the last mock test, you would be able to solve as many questions as you can. Okay, that is you would feel yourself that you can solve many questions. Okay, so this was all about the 30-day plan. All the best. Study well. If you do hard work, you will surely succeed. Okay, thank you, and please subscribe for more videos.